Hello all, my name is Mayank Verma. In this video, I will be discussing about data structure in Pandas. So, let's start. Pandas provide three types of data structure: series, data frame, panel. Series is one-dimensional, whereas data frame is two-dimensional and panel is three-dimensional. In this session, we will be focusing about series and data frame. Series is homogeneous array of immutable size, and data frame is heterogeneous type and size mutable regular data structure. It means series contain only one data type of element, and this is one dimensional. Data frame is heterogeneous type. It means data frame contain multiple data types. It is mutable. It means we can change the shape of the data frame. All the above data structure are value mutable. It means we can change the value at the given location in series or data frame or panel. And second point, what is the difference between series and data frame? So as we have discussed, series can only contain single list with index, whereas data frame can be made of more than one series. So let's start as library. Now here I am creating a list that contain these elements. So if you want to know about the property of the list, I will be referring you my video, basic Python programming for data science. So here I am creating a list. I am passing this list in pd.series function. So here I am using in pandas library. There is a function that whose name is series. So in this series I am passing above list and I am running this. So this is my output. So here you can see that the index is starting from 0 to 9. Here I am passing 10 element. You can see that with the help of the len function, len of the above series is 10. Means here I am passing 10 element in this series. So here the index of series is starting from 0 to 9 and the element is 1 to 4 to this, so on dot dot. And the data type of this series is int24. As we had described earlier, series can only contain single list with index. So series contains single list with index and whose data type is homogeneous. Array means only contain integer. So here I am creating list whose name is I am giving a variable name series 1. So this is my series. Now by default series give index as an integer starting from as a whole number starting from 0 to 9. We can change the index of this series with the help of this example. Here I am creating a dictionary data.date. You can see that here. So here I am creating a dictionary. To know about the type of dictionary, I am typing the type. So this is dict. Dict stands for dictionary. So this is here I am creating a dictionary whose key is A and value is 1, where key is B, value is 2, and key is C and value is 3. I am passing this dictionary in pd.series function. I am giving this line of code name as series 2 and printing this series. So you can see that the index of this series is A, B, C and element is 1 to 3 and data type is int24. So you can see that here by default series give index as a whole number, and here I am creating our own series with our own index. Now accessing data from series. As we have discussed in my previous video based Python programming topics for data science, I have created a list here. To access data from this list, we use a square bracket and we simply pass the position of the element. So L2 is 4. Suppose that here I want two elements. So for this I am passing the index position of these two elements. The index position of these two elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here I am passing 4. Oh, sorry. So index element is 0, 1, 2, 3. 3. So this is in list at 3 position there is 2 number. So similarly we can use this property here. I am passing, I have series whose name is series 1. I am passing the suppose that I want this 2 number, so I am passing index position of this 2 number is 3. So here I am passing index 2 number is 3, so it return 2. Suppose that I want first 4 values of this series 1. For this we use colon. By default colon, when we not given any value, so by default it considers starting from 0, and I want first 4, so that I am passing 4, so it return first 4 value. So here I am giving value as 4, but it consider n minus 1 for index. So you can see that the here index value is 3, so this is basically n minus 1. So with the help of this we can see that I am getting the first 4 value of the series. Suppose that I want all the element after this first 4 value. So for this I am passing 4, and here I am passing 0. So by default it consider that it gives length of the series. Now at the last index number of the series. So I am passing 4 to this. So it's give, as you can see here, first 4 number is 1, 2, 4, 2. So I want all the element after 4th rows. So here it's give 3, 4, 5, 9, 4, 4. Suppose that I want all the element from 2nd to 9, from 2 to 9. For this I am passing the index position of 2 is 3 and index position of 9 is 7, but here I am passing 8, so it will consider as n minus 1, means 8 minus 1 is to 7. So it return 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Now come in data frame. Here I am creating a list whose name is listed. With in pandas library I have data frame function. In the data frame function I am passing list, so it create a data frame. Data frame by default create index as a whole number and column as a whole number. So it's there is only one column, so it start from 0. The column name is 0. So you can see that the basic difference between series and series and data frame. So series by default taking only giving me only index and list, but data frame give index with column name and list. So this is a big one difference between data frame and series. Now here I am creating it, this data frame name as a variable in a table. So this table is this. Now here by default data frame give the column name as a 0, but we can change the data frame column name here with the help of the columns is equal to a. Now you can see that here column is a. Suppose that okay, here as we can see that here this is giving me by default is I have passed well a, but by default it give a column name as 0, but we can also pass the as dictionary. Here I am creating a list. This list is 3 cross 2 dimensional, so I can check it with the help of the okay. So this is my list and I am passing this list in the data frame. Now our data frame is this with column name is this. So here I am, key value is A, means the column name is A. I am passing first value is column name 1, and column name in B column I am passing first value is 2, and in column A and second value is 22, in column B second value is 33. Similarly here column A the third value is 44, and in column B third value is 55. So I have created this data frame with manual column name. So here I am similar passing the list within here. In third position there is I am adding an extra column name C with element this, and I'm passing this list in a table data frame, and this give me this. So this is showing NaN because here I haven't passed any value in C column, so it's showing at first row I haven't passed any C value any value in C column, so this is showing NaN is none. So NaN is NaN is a stand for null. Now create data frame with the help of this series. So here I created two series, pd.series S1 and S2. Now I am passing these two series with column name A and column name B. So with the help of this series we can also create a data frame. We can also create a data frame. Now addition and deletion of the column and data. So suppose that I have added a column. To add any column we use a square bracket. Within a square bracket I have simply write a column name as a C within inverted comma, and I am passing a series that contain 3 elements 4, 5, 6. So this line of code simply add the column C in a data frame. Now to drop this C column, here I am using drop function df.drop C column x is equal to 1. This is stand for here where I am writing x is equal to 0. So it presents the rows. Here I am dropping the rows. Suppose that I have given here 2, x is equal to 0. Then it drop the second row whose index is 2. When I am writing 2 and x is equal to 1, it drop the second index column. Oh sorry, to drop the column have we pass column name. Suppose that I am dropping here C, so let's drop the C column. So now you can see that here our data frame is not changed because here I haven't declared our data frame. So now you can see that it dropped the column. Now another function is del. Del function is all delete the data column from the data frame, but haven't written any value. So you can see that I haven't added any column. So now this is my data frame. It contains A, B, C column. Now I am deleting the C column from data frame. It deleted the data frame, but it haven't written any value. So you can see that it deleted the column C column from the data frame. I have another function df.pop. So pop function also deletes the column from the data frame, but it returns the value that is deleted from the data frame. So you can see that here I am deleting the C column. C column contains 4, 5, 6 value in first, second, third row. So in first, second, third row 4, 5, 6 cell is deleted. Name of the column is C and integer data type is integer. So you can see that the basic difference between del and pop is del can delete the column, but it haven't written original element, but that is deleted, but pop can return the element that is deleted. So you can see that here our data frame is contain A and B column. Now addition and deletion of row in data frame. Now here I have a data frame df that contains 2 columns A and B, and these 2 columns contain 3 elements. Now I have created another data frame df1. column name is the data frame contain column A and B. Element is only contain 2 elements in each column. Now, with the help of the append function, here I am appending data frame 1 on data frame df. Here I am appending df1 data frame on df. So as you can see that here I am appending data frame. This is my first data frame df and this is my second data frame df1. So you can see that here 0 and 1 index is it's only written the append the value, but it haven't changed the index number. It written the same index number. So to remove this, we can use df1. We can use reset underscore index, that the index is starting from 0 to 4 and it's append the data frame this, and here it create by default it previous index as a column. So now selection of rows in a data frame. Suppose that I have created a data frame A, B and C. To select the row, I am using here log function. Suppose that I want only first row of this data frame column. I want only first row. For this, I am writing df.log and first row's index is 0. So it return the element of the first rows with column name. So for column A contain first value is equal to 2 and column B contain first value is 4. Name row number of index of rows is 0. So ilog is also written same function, same value. So the basic difference between the ilog and log is this. So ilog get rows or column with particular label from the index. ilog get rows at particular position in the index. Here I am using particular labels. Particular labels means in log function we can pass the column name, but in ilog we can pass only the position of the column or index. So here suppose that here I am taking example. Suppose that I want value in df in a column value greater than 3 and only I am returning only a column. So in here I can simply pass the column name, but when I am using ilog, so here I am passing the position in the index. Then it's keep when I am using here same name, and here you can see that ilog get row or column in a particular position in the index, so it take only integer. So when I am using this, so it returning run error. So this is saying that iLocation is boolean indexing on an integer type. So that's why here I am using index location is 0 and it return from a column second position is greater than 3. The value is 4. Thank you.